Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is my life story. My life story started by being born on this earth and just being born into a life of, I'm not gonna say a hardship, just being born into a life of monkeys, basically. So a lot of surgeries I had, a lot of therapy, a lot of a lot of things where there were people that literally changed they changed up on me, turned their back on me, saying they'd be there for me when they wasn't. Just you know, it's just one of those things where you go through things for a reason, but without any without any of the things I've been through, I wouldn't be the person that I am today. Without God being on my side, I wouldn't be the person I am today. I humble myself. I actually humble myself to the Lord because it's just one of the right things to do. When you humbling yourself and when you make peace with yourself, it's just one of those things where you have to do it. You have to do it. First it all begins with God. It all begins with God. It don't stop with Him. It begins with Him. When you when you give yourself to God, a lot of things take place in your life. Changes start start to change up in here. You start to feel different. You start to breathe different. You start to think different. You start to realize the life that you have, it was for a reason. Some of us take upon different tasks in life that we're not supposed to take upon. Some of us are here to be a blessing to each other. Some of us are just cursed with a good heart. Like I said, my story began when I was born. I was growing up, um, taking place, being in and out of the. Uh, you know, with the problem that I was born with, and it's on a web. You can look it up. It's called a bladder extrophy, and it's a lot of things about that on YouTube. Basically, having multiple surgeries. I mean, multiple reconstructive surgeries to the point that I got scars on top of scars. I remember every procedure. I remember my first procedure just when I was like around 4 or 5, I think. I'm still a toddler, and I was at St. Christopher's Hospital for Children down in Philadelphia. And this procedure was a first step or the second step to my reconstructive because when you have a bladder extrophy and expedience, well, we're going to, yeah, bladder extrophy and expedience. When you have that, a lot of things are flipsy turvy upside downy. Your bladder is exposed. The muscle of your stomach muscles didn't, form correctly. Now your bladder is exposed. Um, I remember me being in St. Christopher Hospital, had an IV in, you know, um, my mom was there, didn't know where my dad was at the time, or the rest of my brothers and sisters. Um, so technically, I'm like the firstborn. So I'm trying to figure out where my mom went. I'm in the crib, this little prison thing. This prison thing. It was terrifying because again, I know what time. I know what time the orderly was coming up to get me. You know, when you keep hearing them saying 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock, midnight, 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 you put in your head, oh, it's about to be on and popping. So, me looking for my mom, I jumped out the crib, right? Jumped out the crib. I was running behind my mom. To be continued.